So this is none other than your host, Steve from the back. I'm going to be talking about in this video two things. Well, maybe about like three things. Um, so I had bought a controller. I wonder. I could probably show you the controller in the video. Really, I could probably easily do that. I should do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So anyway, if you don't know a lot about this channel, I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago, but I should have did this a long time ago. Did a video like this. So in this channel, there are older videos to where I basically tried to show how, as a hobby, I would draw concept art step by step. Okay. Also, there are some videos that show some self-defense training that I did with one of my friends. That's one part of the channel. I'm trying to think what else is on there. There were some videos where basically I just what do you call it, showed a little, not really in depth, but showed like actually going on Plenty of Fish, which is a dating site, and showing how displeased I was with what I saw on there, which I'm pretty sure everyone can relate to that. But really what I would like to do is make funny skits on this channel, but things don't turn out always the way you want them to sometimes. So basically the majority, I feel like, of videos that I've been doing lately, I don't even think it's been ranting. Like, this technically is a rant video. I think technically what I've been doing is what's it called, screen, I don't even know what it's called, recording my M.U.G.E.N gameplay and then uploading it. So basically been making gaming videos. Hold on. So basically I've been making gaming videos recently, and I mean, it's fun sometimes, but it's not what I like to do. It's really not what I want to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to be doing what I'd really be wanting to be doing, I'd be creating funny skits, showing some of the self-defense drills and training that I would be doing with groups of people, and I would also, what's it called? I would also like to do like camping trip videos, hunting videos, things more of that nature. If I was, like, people do journeys about like what they learn how to do. Like, for instance, for the longest, I need to learn how to swim because I can't swim. I almost drowned before, so I need to learn. That's something I need to learn how to do. I need to be taught. Like documenting. That's really documenting things. And often, I'm not really, believe it or not, I'm not really the type who likes to document things alone. I would rather document things with a team, like a group of people. Like, for instance, if you're, what's it called? Like, if you're training in a certain area, or wherever, and it's like a certain type of terrain. I mean, to me it seems so boring. If it's any type of solo drill that you're doing or anything, it's so incredibly boring, in my opinion, to document that, and to like document it alone. That just seems really, really boring to me. I don't know what it is. It just seems very boring. And to also give some info about myself, I'm not really a person who's big on like having huge amounts of groups of friends or hanging out in huge crowds or groups. Primarily, I'm more of a, like, I would like it to simply be me and my girlfriend or fiance, wife, whoever, stage of that is, I would primarily like to spend the most of my time with that woman alone, and sometimes have friends and visits by friends and do things with friends. But when it comes to anything documentary, like any type of documenting, filming, it's like it just seems so dead, in my opinion, for me to document something alone. Like I don't like that. I mean, there's things like small things that you can sometimes just show, like, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is my workout routine or whatever. But nah, that's not really my thing. So that's one thing. Now I'm gonna go back to the M.U.G.E.N, because this I guess this is primarily more of a gaming M.U.G.E.N vid or rant. So I realized that when I use the keypad, the keyboard, to game, to play M.U.G.E.N, I feel the commands are much better. Not necessarily better. I'll say it feels quicker. I feel like I can hit the buttons so fast because they're on the same plane. They're on an even plane that's just all flat. So I'm just really sliding my fingers around to hit one hand for directional, other hand for hit button commands. Some button commands are literally like two buttons you press at once. So that's one thing. But a controller is another thing. And I really, really didn't know what I was doing when I first started using that controller, setting it up. But I'm figuring it out, and I get it. But I'm also gonna say now, if you ever watch my videos, my M.U.G.E.N videos, I am sometimes a button smasher. What I really am good at, though, usually is countering. So I am more of a methodical countering person that is um, specifically good at having really good reflexes and just being really, really fast at reading what's happening and then trying to counter um, the computer or person I'm fighting against, whoever, very efficiently. You know what I mean? With more practice, I get better, but generally, that's the way I usually play video games. Well, fighting games. That's usually the type of player I am. Very methodical, thinking, countering person. Um, that's just the way my brain thinks when it comes to any type of combat, for the most part. Any type of combat, even when I'm sparring, when I'm training self-defense. Uh, I guess I would say my strongest strength is using weapons, and I'm the same way. I'm very methodical, very technical, but very counter base, I guess you would say. Not just counter base, well, preemptive sometimes. If you know what a preemptive means, I'm very preemptive a lot of times, but I'm very big on countering. When it comes to a video game, especially a fighting game, I'm way more of a counter than I am a combo person. Now, both of those things take, I'd say, just as much skill, but they both both use slightly different parts of the brain. Countering's a little bit different because countering's more like you're trained to read something, and then you have to react, which is a little bit slower. You know, because it's a reaction. It's not so much of an action. It's like at the very last millisecond. Now you're trying to. It's almost like a little like a sticking motion. A lot of times you'll see me counter characters with like small little hits. Sometimes special moves, sometimes supers, but a lot of times it's I'll keep cutting them off. I keep intercepting them. As soon as they go to make a movement, I'll read it and I'll counter it. I'll counter it. You know, and it doesn't last that long because for me to keep up that type of style of playing, that takes, in my opinion, that takes years of practice. Because it's not easy to do. At least not for me. Maybe for you it's easy. For me, it's not easy. Um, and it takes a lot of eye quickness of eyes. Like it takes a lot of mental reflex, and your eyes have to see the posture of that characters, because you know when you're dealing with a character, it's frames, so you literally have to like see the animation and you start to read what that character is going to do, and you see a pattern of how that person or character keeps on moving, and then you try to shut them down with counters, and eventually you try to do this um, so many times over until that that life bar is more and more low, and you basically try to overwhelm. And when I go on, you know, the offensive with combos, which I'm not too good at, but I try. But it's much easier for me to do with using the keyboard instead of the controller to do that. I try to just overwhelm the crap out of the computer. You know what I mean? Or if I was fighting a person, that's what I'm really trying to do. Is I'm trying to like overwhelm, just rush them and overwhelm them, so they really had no time to do exactly what I'm mostly wired to do, is to counter and react and read things and then act. Um, I played when I played. I'll say some names of these characters. When I played, I think it's Rikuo or Rick. I can't even say it. It's the mermaid man from Darkstalkers, the green guy, with the gills and everything. When I played him against him as Venom, it was extremely frustrating. But that's how I get better. I'll just play him over, and I'll lose probably almost every time. Once in a blue moon, like let's say one out of every like 6 matches, maybe I'll win one round. Not even 2 rounds consecutive. I'll win like one round and lose the last one, or lose. I'll win one, then lose two. So I'll lose, but that's how I get better. You know, and this is just a hobby. This is a hobby I don't even want to have, honestly. I'll keep it real with you. If you enjoy these videos, these M.U.G.E.N gaming videos, uh, you know, blessings to you. I'm very grateful for every subscriber, every view, everything. This channel is small. I work a 9 to 5 job, basically. Um, this is just this is kind of just a hobby to pass time, and I don't even know what to say about it. To be honest, I don't even know what to say about YouTube at this point in time at all. I don't know what even the heck to think about it. But I'm grateful for all of it. So always like, subscribe, share. What's the other thing? Hit the the bell notification icon. Um, I mean, I think if I could find a way, I don't even know how it's possible, but people have like these patrons and donations. Man, if I can set that up, I need to set that up, because if you could donate anything, even if it's a dollar would help me. So, because look at how I'm living, man. This is a rooming house, and I can't even paint in the walls. These walls should be red. These should be red. For effect, they would look pretty if they were red. These walls. Look at how I'm living, man. Okay. This chair right here. This ain't no throne chair. This ain't even a prop of a throne chair. This ain't no throne chair. So anything will help, man. You see how skinny I am? Now I train, I go to work, but I should have way more muscle on me than this, man. Look at this little thing. That's little. That ain't nothing. I should be way bigger than that, man. My shoulders should be up on here. I should have Ultron shoulders, man. I just like, well, I'm not playing. I mean, if I didn't have to, could you imagine if I didn't have to work? I'm imagining if I didn't have to work a job, and I could just sit around and make videos in bodybuild, I would look a lot better. But it's just funny. That's just science. That's reality, and that's science. I think even people who work jobs who are trying to lose weight, they're so tired when they do their job. They don't have enough time to. Well, they do, but they don't have the backbone to train like they need to knock that weight off on top, and then come into work feeling like a complete zombie and still work. So that's a whole other thing. But I'm just saying, money is important, and there's a lot of things I could do with money. I can make better content. I can get an actual camera. This sucks, and so on and so forth. So yeah, am I begging? Well, am I? I don't know. I take what's given to me. Okay? I helped an old man with some groceries up the stairs like a day ago and was offered like $10. Now I didn't even want to take it, but because I looked at my current situation, I said, "Well, if you insist," and I took it. So anything. $10, $12, $20, $100, $1,000, $2,000, anything, anything helps. Anything helps this channel, man. So enough of that. So back to the gameplay. So I used to play Street Fighter Third Strike. That game is very combo-esque, but it's really counter-esque. It's way more about counters. And sometimes I would spend hours playing that game, getting better at it, and getting better at it. And sometimes I was just really good with counters. They have parries in that game. Not many characters in my roster have parries. Um, so that's not much of a thing. Sometimes it is. I use characters sometimes that have parries. Like M.U.G.E.N and what's another one? Trying to think of another one that has parries. The Tiffany version, which is really from rival schools, turned into a 2D character, has parries. And occasionally you'll see me use them. I'm not very good at parrying because that's like a whole nother level of reflex, man. To sit there and read a move and then you're gonna sit there and press forward or down. I think it's down you press, or down forward or forward at the very right time. And then they have the whole red parry thing. This is crazy, man. Um, that's some whole nother thing. But so also on the channel there are a playlist of music tracks that I have made for the M.U.G.E.N. So these are like character theme, fan character theme, and signature tracks that play on the M.U.G.E.N. and in certain instances, certain situations, sometimes there be certain themes, like there's a final round, you know how games are. It's that. But you could use a track however you want it, put it wherever you want it. And you can make your own. Actually, I encourage that you make your own. I encourage that you find a way to make your own sound effects and or music tracks for your M.U.G.E.N. to just make it a little more fun. So that's a layer of creativity that goes into it. That's not just all about like programming and what's it called? The whole like character creation, which I could do myself, but I fear that my animation skills are not even up to par, nor is programming, nor do I have any length of time in a day to sit there and make my own character. Now I can draw a concept and be like, hey, make this into a character for somebody, right? Because I can do concept art. I can make concepts very well, very fast, and have a creative mind. And I already have characters that are characters I've made myself, like concept of characters. You know what I mean? Character concepts that are not known to like anybody unless you watch this channel. Really, you wouldn't know. Um, so that's something I'm gonna, well, I just touched on it, but I'm gonna go further into that. This is a little longer than I want it to be, but I'm gonna go further. So really, when I really was interested in making well, I always was interested in I always was interested in making character concepts and characters. But what inspired me to go even further with it is when I discovered the game The Black Heart, which someone made, and I saw really how what they did was they created these characters and they cultivated it, and they made, actually, in my opinion, wonderful music. I really like the soundtracks to this game, are amazing, in my opinion, that someone actually made, not some big company or whatever, not some big old Capcom or like, no, so, props to the people who designed all that. And they made some of these, I actually have some of those characters in my roster, like Anon Z and, I think it's, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Paquetto, or the guy with the little knives, looks like a doll. So, you know, when I saw how they created that, I said, man, you know what? If I had a team, I would like to do the same exact thing. I would just make my own game. You know what I mean? I would just make my own 2D fighting game with the M.U.G.E.N engine, with the whatever engine. I would just make my own. You know, I could probably make it better than that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I really could, but obviously, you know, in your mind, you're going to think that my characters are going to be better than those. You know, but whatever. But you know, the point I'm trying to make is it inspired me to make music tracks, to make character concepts, and I really admire and like really understand the work that goes into something like that, and I get the the logic and physics behind like these character move sets. It's a work of art. It's really a work of art. But let's get off of that, because this is not really about art. This is about M.U.G.E.N gameplay. This is about some gameplay. No offense, but I really don't so much like playing games so much, video games so much. But out of necessity, this is part of the channel now. This is part of the channel now. So it is what it is. Okay. So there will be more M.U.G.E.N videos. There will be more M.U.G.E.N gameplay videos. I will be trying to improve on my gameplay. Obviously, I will be posting. I try to post at least like a video, even if it's not about M.U.G.E.N or gameplay, some type of video or some type of rant, at least every day. So I want you to don't just watch these M.U.G.E.N gameplay videos. Go on all the playlists that are public of my channel. Watch these videos, okay? Like and subscribe and comment on these videos. Share these videos. Okay? And that's basically what I'm asking for, you know. So I hope you have enjoyed the content of this channel. I'm very grateful for all subscribers. The name of the channel is Steve's Art and Fun channel. There's more than one playlist, but really the biggest things, I guess, is like the rants and the M.U.G.E.N videos, because it's the most frequent thing I've been doing. Nobody wants to come out of their caves and do anything else. No one wants to film. No one wants to make any type of skits. Nobody wants to train. No one wants to spar. No one wants to do anything that, to me, is worth more, or is causing you to get up off your booty and work and put some work in. And oh yeah, things cost money too. That's another thing, man. You know, when you really want to start sparring hard, you know, you got to buy like mouth guards, headgear, pads. I mean, I'm all for like just bare knuckle, you know, going at it or whatever, and just not hitting the face. But at the same time, come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, just come on. Be realistic, man. I don't want to be all swollen and bruised up and all every day, every other day. Come on. No. Accidents happen too. I'll say it again. Accidents happen. Okay? I don't want any accidents happening. You know what I mean? I don't want to get all, you know, banged up, because accidents can happen. And I'm one of those people to where I don't know when to stop. I'm always that guy, like, when it comes to different types of training, when it comes to sparring, I usually feel like I'll stop because I don't want to burn so many calories, and I know that I could hurt myself or someone else. Potentially there could be an accident. But honestly, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm really just a little bit crazy. Like, I don't know when to stop. like a machine. I just keep going, I always overtrain. I always overdo something. That's not good. And there needs to be safety. So, just like I was looking online for like headgear, not for hand to hand, but weapon headgear, like for sword fighting, for weapons training. I was looking for like pegs. This crap is so expensive. I'm like, yikes! Just for some headgear, so my eyes don't get. And it's not just about me. So my partner, so I poke their freaking eyes out with even a training weapon. I don't want to hurt nobody's eyes. I mean, not to brag, but I'm very good at being precise in going thrusting very, very precisely to that area, to the eyes. If you ask my friend Lucas, he'll tell you. Steve is very good at pinpointing and going straight into things for a weapon. So that's extremely dangerous. So it would help if I had more protective gear for the both of us, or if it's more than two people, if it's me, him, and someone else training, we need gear, man. We can't. Come on, man. That costs money. Okay, so with all that being said, everything is appreciated. Um, this channel doesn't have one clear direction because it does not get enough views or enough traffic to really have to have one direction, I think. So I'm going to cut the video here. I think I kept this video clean enough so it can go in both kid-friendly gaming and rants, because that whole monetization thing, the whole child protection thing. So that's what this video is about. It's about the gaming. It's about the channel. But it's more about the M.U.G.E.N part of the channel in general. So with all that being said, have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of the night. And this is your host, Steve from the back. I can't even say the rest of it. This is supposed to be a kid-friendly rant, so I'm not going to say the rest. But this has been Steve from the back. And have a nice day. Have a good one, whatever. Put my glasses back on, man.